All right, in the last part of today, we're going to talk about the different methods that are available on array lists. For that, you're going to go to this URL, which is the official online Java documentation. This documentation is not designed for students. It's designed for professional developers who are using Java. For that reason, you might find some of this documentation a little hard to understand. Nonetheless, slog through it as necessary, but mostly it should be clear enough. What we're really using this for is for this method summary right here. And this method summary tells you the things that you can do with array lists. For example, if I have an array list A, I can do a.add and give it an element. This E just means it could be any type of element. It turns out the element has to match the, well, it has to be any type of element. We're only going to use ints for now, so we can add an int to an array list. You can also add an int at a given index. So this is a different kind of add. One add, you just say add to the end. See here how it says add to the end. And this one add says add at the specified position in this list. So this documentation tells you exactly what's going on. There's a bunch of things you can do with array lists. You're not responsible for split arrays. You're not responsible for remove range. So what are you responsible for? You are responsible for this. This is the list of methods that you're going to be responsible for. I will also post this list on Piazza. This last one, collections.sort, is not actually an array list method. It lives in the collections class, which you import with Java util collections. And this is how you sort array lists. You know, with arrays, it was arrays.sort of my array. With array list, it's collections.sort of my array list. So your task now is to create some Java code that demonstrates all of these different methods as described here. You'll probably have to do more than one. So for instance, contains will tell you whether or not this array list contains this value. I think an interesting test would have to have, would print two different outputs. One time you'd say, like, take an array list that, let's say the array list is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ask if it contains 2 and watch it print true, and then ask if it contains 5 and watch it print false. So you should thoughtfully use all of these methods. So is there anything else I should say here quickly? Add all is going to take a second array list and add every value into the first array list. You can also do that starting from a given index. Clear just gets rid of everything in the array list. Clone creates a copy of the array list. Contains, we just talked about. Get the value at the given index. Index of tells you the index where this occurs. Is empty tells you whether or not there are any values at all in the array list. True of is empty means there are not. Last index of is similar to the string version. Give you the last index where n occurs. You can remove a value at an index. That's remove I. You can also simply remove a value directly. Caution that remove removes one instance of that value. So if there's multiple instances, some will still remain. You can set a value. You can get the size, which is the number of elements inside A, and you can create a sublist, which is a new array list starting with the given bounds. And finally, of course, you can sort. That was quick. You're going to want to go through and read more about these here. And again, create the sample Java. And you should do that in small groups of, say, 2 to 3 students each. Have fun.